Hey, good morning, North Rock Church, and welcome to day 12 of our prayer and fasting. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so much. And as we're into the second week of our social media fast, I hope that you're just noticing that the time is so much better spent when we start it off and just continue to seek God's presence throughout a day instead of all the distractions that we have in our world. Our theme for today is courage and being courageous. And something somebody told me one time that has really stuck with me is that courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing it despite the fear. It's doing it afraid. And the chapter that we're reading today is Joshua 1. And Joshua has been with Moses for so long. He's seen all the things that God has brought Israel out of and into, and they're on the footsteps of going into the promised land. And what an incredible time for Joshua. But then Moses dies, and so their leader is gone, and God calls Joshua. Now imagine having these thousands and thousands of families that you're having to take care of now. You're the one that they're looking to, and now you're the one that's supposed to take them into the promised land that was spoken years and years before your time. And so Joshua has a moment where he sees what's in front of him, and he had a moment where he could have been afraid and really doubted everything that he had. But I wanted to share with you what God spoke to him as he's called him into leading the Israelites. In verse 6, God says, "Be strong and courageous, for I am with you, and you will lead them into the promised land." I want to encourage you that God says you will do what he's called you to do. Listen, you might be afraid, you might be nervous, you might have all the doubts and anxiety going on because there's so many obstacles. But when you know who's with you, you can do anything. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but it's knowing that you're in the presence of God who has called you into what he's leading you into. And so as you continue today, whatever you're walking into, that dream that God's put in your heart, that thing that you've got to take care of, whatever it is, know that God is with you and you will do what he's called you to.